I like to resemble this kind of thinking with what I call the HR bus, which tend to put everyone on the same bus and have everyone drive to the same destination. But some of these people, like Anne over here, she needs to get off at Nordhavn. And Peter over here, he needs to make a quick stop at Emdrup. And we have John in the front, he just basically needs to go to Bauswerd right away. But he has to stay on the bus and wait for his peers to get off at the right destinations. And what we really want to deliver is this. A smart, effective car that'll take people to whatever destination that they want to go to without waiting for anyone else. And they can even adjust the seat, driving, listen to music without headphones, etc., etc. This aspiration is not only connected to my team's dreams of being just as cool as Google, but we've actually made a survey amongst our new AMs. And this was a report or big survey that we ran in 2017 to put focus on all of their working life. And of course, there was something about their onboarding process as well. And this was the 3 takeaways that we identified that we could do something about. And it clearly pointed to the fact that they thought this uniform leadership program was way too time-consuming, and it did not take into considerations that they have different needs and come from different backgrounds. And it definitely took too much time away from their team. And as I pointed out before, after the onboarding, there was no other opportunities for them to pursue career ambitions, etc. So this led us to start considering our ambitions on this area. And we found out that there was nothing wrong with our ambition. It's still the same. We want to facilitate our AM's daily work. Our business impact is that we want to reduce turnover. But we had to take a good hard look at the way that we delivered the training. So how would that work? Well, when we started playing with these thoughts, our initial ideas was something that we wanted to go from traditional flow TV onto a more Netflix style. Something that was more personalized, open 24 hours. In our heads, we imagine our new aims binge-watching TED Talks and whatever. That was basically our dream in the beginning. And this was what we came up with. I know it still looks quite extensive, but at least you got the bull off the hook this time. And without going into too many details, I'm just going to skip to the next slide, which has a few key elements. First of all, we started profiling our new AMs based on whether internally or externally hired, what kind of employee were they managing. And based on this, we have created 6 tailor-made onboarding plans that will give them only the most relevant material for their specific type of profile to start out with. We've reduced the amount of mandatory days from 12 to 3. We're quite proud. And again, I want to stress out, this is the only mandatory part of this whole solution. We created a forum for them to use their peers, to connect with the peers and be led by or coached by more experienced AMs, both in real life but also virtually. We provide them with tools that will guide them in a direction of where is my development needs. We call it competency compass because a competence directs you in a certain direction. All of this to create a greater self-awareness for them to use in their daily work and as a navigation point. We've introduced several pit stops on the way. Some of them are meetings with your nearest manager, some of them with HR partners or other relevant personnel within the organization. This is all based on what we have experienced work for these people. So it's a part of our quantitative surveys that they point out to that this is what we need, or this is what worked for me when I started in this job. And of course, all of this, we've chosen to use a very cool adaptive learning portal that will be the one point of entry for these new AMs, and where they can go and find whatever they need.